on. Perfect. Happy Tuesday. I'm gonna wait a minute here. I am currently on my my break, but I wanted to share a few things as it is. It's Tuesday, and Tuesdays are for highlighting transformations, and I wanted to talk about a transformation that I know I talk a lot about it, but I think when it comes to starting new goals, especially like if you're trying to change your lifestyle and create a healthy lifestyle, one of the things that I think is really important to talk about when it comes to transformation is your mindset. And that is probably the biggest thing that has really been pivotal in my transformation journey, being able to lose 115 pounds. So I've shared my weight loss story before, and I'll share it again, but briefly so that I can get to this topic in this few moments that I have with you guys. So I started my weight loss journey 10 years ago, and through the course of my journey, doing things that didn't work, doing things that weren't consistent, I stumbled upon Herbalife, and it really allowed me the space to grow, the nutrition to get amazing results and keep those results, which I think is most important, is building consistency. But what it also taught me through my weight loss journey that I really didn't have that connection to prior to Herbalife was mindset, and how important mindset really is in order for you to not only get the results that you want, but keep the results that you want. Because if you don't work on your mindset, it's almost like pointless, because it goes hand in hand. You have to work on your mind and your body. And so I wanted to share really quickly how to start transforming your mindset. And it's simple things that I've learned really in the last 7 years with my Herbalife journey. And the difference between, so number one is to focus on cultivating a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. So prior to this journey with Herbalife, I had a very fixed mindset. And what I learned was I had to find a new level of awareness within me. So understanding that when you don't allow yourself to grow, or you put limiting beliefs on yourself, then you're not going to grow. And so having shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset just means having a new level of awareness. Like, okay, this isn't working, or this isn't serving me, so I really need to work on the inner. I need to work on those things that are holding me back. Okay. Number two is to focus on abundance. A lot of times we focus on scarcity, like it's not enough, it's not going to be enough. And so that really holds you back. And I'm talking general, although these apply to me in my journey, these are general things that can be applied to your life, right? And it's this idea, when I think of focusing on abundance versus scarcity, right? That scarcity also creates competition. We're competing not only with other people, but with ourselves in a negative way. And you have to have this idea of like, focusing on abundance means being happy with what you have now while you work on what you want. Simple. Number three is to practice gratitude. I can't stress it enough. How focusing on gratitude in my own life has really shifted my perspective, shifted my my emotional attachment to things, and it really has allowed me to just grow in so many ways. Because when you're focusing on, it's almost like focusing on the good versus focusing on the bad. If you focus on the bad, you're going to keep attracting bad, because that's the energy that you're putting out there. So if you're putting out good vibes, you're putting out positivity, guess what you're going to get back? You're going to get back positivity. And I feel like that's what gratitude has really allowed me to see. It's like waking up every day and being thankful and being grateful. And one thing I can advise for you guys to do, a tip, is to think of 3 things every day that you wake up. This is the simplest way to focus on gratitude. Think of 3 things that you are grateful for. It can be something super simple. It could be the people in your life. It could be, whatever that is for you. But every single day when you wake up, that's the first thought in your head, is the 3 things that you're thankful for and I am grateful for. And I promise that once you start to do that, it allows you to open yourself up to more, celebrating your wins, right? A lot of times we focus too much on the bigger picture, that we're not acknowledging all the little steps that it takes to get to that level. So you have to really take a step back and be grateful for that. Be grateful for the struggle, because without the struggle, you wouldn't find your greatness. And that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my journey, and really embracing gratitude in my everyday life. Number 4 is rewriting your limiting beliefs. So what are the limiting beliefs that are holding you back? And these are the stories that you've told yourself, the story you created in your head that really is holding you back. For many years, I told myself, well, I've always been heavy, I've always been thick, I'll never be able to lose weight, so I didn't even try. And that was a limiting belief that I had to break. And the only person that can get you there, to that space of breaking that limiting belief, is you. So you have to acknowledge that, right? And some steps that I can give you to start to rewrite those limiting beliefs is understand where that story came from, where it comes from, so that you can not only know where it came from, because it could be literally when you start to think about all of these things in your head, you don't realize, like, oh gosh, it was something that someone said or something I experienced that maybe in the moment I didn't take it as a negative, and then it affects you. So knowing where that story was created is important for you to prove it wrong, to find evidence that that is not true about you, right? And then rewrite it. Rewrite your own story. Rewrite your own belief system, beliefs about yourself and what you're capable of. Because you know, one of the things I've learned is definitely, like, the only one that can really make me do anything, the only one that can really inspire me is me. I have to believe in myself. And sometimes you have to write those things down so that you can really have that level of awareness, like, man, I really thought these things of me that weren't true, and that's what held me back. And being in action, right? You can't just wish for things to change. You have to be the change in your own life. You have to be the person and the force in your own life to start to change things for a positive. And then lastly, it's surround yourself with positive people. Like, surround yourself with people that want to grow. Surround yourself with people that want to see you grow. Surround yourself with people that are going to pour positivity in you, not more toxicity and like poison. Like, negativity is poison, and it can begin to affect you, not just emotionally, not just mentally, but physically. And so we have to also understand that if we are trying to make change, we can't force other people to change, and it's not expected, right? But we do have to make or draw the line where there has to be mutual respect. Otherwise, you know, I feel like sometimes that when you're starting to change things within yourself and it rubs people the wrong way, it has nothing to do with you. It really is a self-reflection on them, and you're changing and they can't adjust, or they can't, you know, understand why you're changing. But they also there needs to be that line of communication. Like, listen, I'm doing this for me. I don't need any negativity. I don't need any smart comments or shit like that, right? Because that's so common. It's like a snarky remark, right? But, you know, surround yourself with people that are going to support you, that are going to really elevate you to that next level of your growth journey. And, you know, if you're lucky, they'll come with you. They'll decide that they also, you know, want to make things happen for themselves. They want to work on themselves. And it's just amazing what can happen when you start to apply these things in your everyday life, especially if you're working on, you know, amazing and big goals. You have to have something that's gonna align you to be in action. So happy Tuesday. I hope these are helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and happy transformations, guys. Like I said, whatever your goal is, it all starts with your mindset. So if you can conquer your mindset, you can conquer anything. Happy Tuesday.